Hi, welcome to GameWyrm Podcast with your host Bradley Gilberto, Mr. 17 Pockets himself, Felipe, and the Greek scat man, Jonathan, who is a Filipino. Wait, no, you're Thai.
I am Thai, not Filipino.
You and Jaren look the same.
Mm.
Alright, so our first topic today is going to be on anime. So, Felipe, you want to share what animes you've been watching recently?
So lately I've been watching Vinland Saga.
Are you on season 2 yet?
Yes. It is so good.
I haven't got to season 2 yet. Have you?
Vinland Saga? No,
Yeah.
no season.
Have you seen season 1?
Yes.
You guys are smart to wait because it's very different from season 1. But season 1's like almost like a what's it called, like a prologue, like before the actual story. Season 2 is where the story begins. I won't spoil anything.
Yeah, that's what I kind of hated about season 1, to be honest, is season 1, which is 24 episodes of prologue. It's like, what it was, Asgoff?
The story was so good.
What was the main guy's name? Asgoff?
Thorfinn?
Not Thorfinn.
Oh,
the abusive, father figure.
what's his name?
Because he was so well written.
Oh, he was.
What was his name? It starts with an A.
It was like Ash something.
Ashkelad.
Ashklad, yeah.
Ashklad.
Ashklad was,
Really well designed.
he did my boy Thor dirty, but Thorfinn came back and never got his revenge. I'd be kind of heated too.
Honestly, yes. If you start watching the second season, you will definitely understand why that happened.
Well, I did see bits and clips on YouTube because you know me, I watch a bunch of YouTube compilations of anime shorts. And I know that he and some other dude cleared a forest in 3 years so they could win their freedom from slavery.
Okay. Yeah, so you know that much.
I know that much. I know he gave up on life, and then some dude tried to actually kill him because he saw Askeladd in this dude, and then he actually fought back.
In season 2?
In season 2, there was a clip like that on YouTube that I had watched.
He's only fought once, but it wasn't really an actual fight. He got knocked out pretty quickly. The one thing, the one time he kind of did something was he just stood there while someone was slashing the sword at him. But I haven't seen any fight scenes so far in season 2, other than those 2 things.
Gotcha.
Unless there's one in the manga. I haven't seen the manga.
Are you literally uploading your YouTube right now?
No,
What was that? Netflix? You on your Netflix in the background?
I'm setting up my system.
Yeah. What was that? Who's watching? You trying to put on some Netflix right now?
Which one?
You trying to Netflix and chill?
All right. This is my command stuff. This is my coding. This is my also coding. This is my school.
Are you showing this to the camera?
Social media.
He is not. No. It's fine. The camera probably can't even see. Let's be honest.
Okay, well, fuck the camera.
Whoa.
I got every little thing set up in a different workspace so I can focus on what I'm doing. I'm setting up my podcast.
Well, John, I know you've had some animes you've been watching.
I have.
I know it's a very manly man anime.
Yes, the most manliest of animes. Hokuto Shinken. Or Hokuto no Ken. Fist of the North Star.
What's that about?
Came out in the 1980s. It's about a rogue, kind of gunslinger, where a tough old man with martial arts is fighting bad guys left and right in this post-apocalypse world. And he kills tons of people using his highly deadly martial arts, Hokuto Shinken.
Oh, damn. I've been wanting to watch something that's actually...
Is it martial arts Taekwondo, or is it more MMA style where it's a mix of multiple arts?
It's definitely cheesy and Taekwondo. How do you say it? Taekwondo, right?
Yeah.
Taekwondo and
Taekwondo.
Taekwondo, okay. And what was the other one? Karate.
Yeah,
mix of those really flashy moves that not really effective in real life, but definitely very showy.
Wait, was Fist of the North Star where the dude touches a pressure point and the dude completely dies? It was
it's
Omaewa mu Shindiru.
Omaewa mo Shindiru.
Yeah. So it's I know which one you're talking about now. Because all I really remember from that is it has the same art style as JoJo. It's very similar to JoJo's art style. Because
His art style?
And it's funny you mentioned JoJo because the first Joestar, Jonathan Joestar, was based off of Kenshiro, which is the protagonist of Fist of the North Star.
So is this like an older anime or?
Yes, it came out in the 1980s, and
Oh,
and
okay. Also before.
back in the 80s, there's our society, like, it goes through phases where things are very gender separated, and then gender, what do you call, gender included. Back in the 80s, the bodybuilders and the very masculine, manly aspects of life were very exaggerated, and that's why you have stuff like Fist of the North Star, Terminator. Arnold was at his peak during this time.
Yo, when you were talking about that, I immediately thought, how heavy are the dumbbells? How heavy are the dumbbells you lift? That anime?
Right.
Where the dude is just like, he looks like an average dude and then flexes and is literally the most gigantic man in the world.
It gets, it's weird.
This looks cool.
Oh, yeah.
Looking at the art style, it looks pretty nice. I've never been a fan of like old art style like JoJo and just older animations in general, but I've been getting more into it.
How do you not like old art style?
I just can't get into it.
I will say the 80s production value is definitely apparent, where you could hear the voices, like the voice acting they use and the sound effects they use. It's almost like they were screaming into like a little pipe to use the echoes.
Like all that ruins the experience for me.
It's very, how would I say it, not refined like today's anime.
Which bugs me because there's so many good old animes that I'd probably love, but I don't know, that part just like turns me away.
But at least for certain, there's no CGI. So
Well, yeah.
the 80s was safe from that.
Well, I mean, let's talk about modern CGI then. Chainsaw Man. I mean, I'm bringing up Chainsaw Man, and this man bringing up mainstream. I mean, Chainsaw Man is mainstream. Yeah, but it's like they use CGI and all that stuff now. It's like they know how to use CGI now. It's not like X-Arm where it's like, I have no idea how to use CGI, but let's do it anyways. Yeah, it's like just looking at, like you said, Demon Slayer and Chainsaw Man, the CGI is taking such a step up that it's like, I don't think it subtracts from a lot of animes anymore.
What do you mean?
I mean, there was a point where it's like, I mean, there's still points in modern anime, like Blue Lock. I mean, this anime is great. The manga is even better. However, the CGI is straight ass. It's so bad. It's so apparent, especially when it's like, you're not taking like one of those panel scenes where it's like he's scoring a goal and you're like going over the entire pitch. It's like the CGI is so apparent and so bad. I mean, Vinland Saga Season 1 had some of these instances where it's just bad.
So wait, when you say CGI, what I'm thinking about is like 3D animation CGI in a 2D environment.
Yeah.
I don't think, is there any of that in Vinland Saga?
Yeah. Did you not notice it?
Saga had horrible animation.
Yeah, but their CGI was even worse.
I didn't notice it.
For season 1, it was pretty good. The animation.
The animation I thought was fine. It was middle of the pack. It's like
love the story, not the animation.
The story was amazing.
Yeah, the story really carried it, but the CGI was horrible when there were CGI scenes. The animation was, I mean, I can't complain about the CGI because I'm watching shit like X-Arm and I'm just watching the absolute worst of worst.
I think it was
like what was I just watching?
You got to tell me your process. Sorry to cut you off, but you got to tell me, how do you force yourself to watch through 12 or 24 episodes of absolute garbage?
I mean, it was like that meme you sent me. It's like, starting the first episode.
I guess once you're invested, once you get past like the third or fourth episode in
I guess I'm finished. That was ass. Yeah, no, I don't know. I'm the type of person that just powers through, even though I don't need to. I can always stop. I think there's only been like 3 animes I've actually dropped, and Attack on Titan was one of them. So it's like,
never seen it, so
yeah. So I mean, it helps when there is a play button that says 2 times the speed as well. So I'm basically just reading it like a manga at that point.
How could you drop Attack on Titan though?
I'm about to say something controversial. I saw it on Gigok, on a Gigok podcast. It was hilarious. One of the guys in the podcast goes, Attack on Titan is just a mecha.
It kind of is, yeah.
Yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, it just hit. I'm like, no wonder I didn't like it. Mechas are ass. I mean, I started with Darling in the Franxx, and then it's like, it was just such a bad anime. It didn't adapt the source material, and then it's like, kind of gave up on mechas because at that point I was like, I can't. It's like, if this is the start to the mecha where everyone said it was amazing, and it was literally one of the worst things I've ever seen, it's hard for me to give mecha like a true shot. I mean, what is the anime that just came out that I actually really want to watch? The new Gundam, actually. With the, I mean, how to make any anime good? Gay girls, 100%. Because it's like from the premise is from I got the main girl wins this Gundam competition and gets to marry the princess of some big corporation. So it's like, instead of governments fighting, it's corporations fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's kind of. I like that's like kind of dystopian.
Yeah, but it's like, because it was like like it's set in the future, it's like there's no stigmatization in this anime for that type of relationship, unlike modern society where it's like it's so stigmatized. However, it is more accepted widely throughout society.
Respect that. A really good mecha anime is Eureka. Have you guys ever seen that one?
No.
Never heard of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Oh,
what's it about?
It's pretty popular. I don't know if it's popular. It's been a while since I saw it, but basically this girl, she's kind of like, I never finished it, so I don't know exactly what she is, but she's not human. She kind of pops up in this like planet. This guy finds her, and throughout it, it's like, I don't even know what I'm talking about. It's like, you're gonna have to cut this off.
Oh man.
I watched it. It's great, but I have no idea what really. It's cool that you guys should.
No, I'm gonna make a YouTube Shorts clip of you just saying, "Hey, you gotta cut this off. I got no idea what I'm talking about." Like straight up, I'm over here with my 17 pockets and I don't know anything.
It just gives me anxiety and it just.
Well, he has no pockets. That's why he doesn't
Oh,
know.
he ran out of his 17 pockets. Oh my gosh.
No.
Ah.
It's a great anime. I forgot what it's about, but I remember I loved it.
Gotcha. Well, I mean, anything else you've been watching?
As a matter of fact, I have.
And
So, I've been watching this anime called The Ancient Magus Bride.
oh, season 2 started coming out. So yeah.
Season 2 is coming out?
Yeah, I think they're on episode 2 or 3 right now.
Oh, that's a great one. I haven't seen it. I love animes like that. I kind of like romance, fantasy stuff.
It's definitely good. I don't know who the author is, but I'm willing to bet a woman wrote it. Because
I mean, Sailor Moon, a woman wrote that too.
And
so.
the reason I say that is, I don't know. I could just tell when women write things. Not saying it's bad. As a matter of fact, I'm saying it's good.
I mean, isn't that what major? Well, I guess so.
'Cause
Shoujo could be either.
Sometimes when you see shows that are written by men, they really emphasize the boobs and the butts and the cute girls.
The booba.
That show, The
lot
Ancient
more
Magus Bride doesn't have that. If it was written by a dude, that main character girl would be a lot more. Her would be floundering about more.
Just bouncing around.
And I was like, this show is actually depicting her and her struggles. This is a woman writer.
I think that's why I liked it so much.
Wait, is
Just
it a
have all that
shoujo?
cringy stuff.
I don't know if it's a shoujo or not.
The shoujo not
But
typically.
I could understand if it's a shoujo.
The shoujo is typically more of like women empowerment. It's a love story through the woman's perspective normally.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I've seen with all the shoujos I've seen. It's always like the love story from the woman's perspective instead of the man's perspective.
Mm-hmm.
It's a show.
A shonen. So who's the author? Is it one of those unknown authors? Pen name authors?
I don't know.
I'm just thinking about
Is that somewhere on my? It has to be on my anime.
Oh yeah, I am so excited about this one. So
I cannot find it.
I love how my star is on there too. I just pulled it up.
Oh wait, which one?
My star. That one. Oshinoko.
Is that a new anime?
It currently has a 9.29 on my anime list. It is something I'm highly excited for. I'm gonna binge it all at once. So it's like there's a few animes coming out this season I'm just super excited for, and my star, Oshinoko, so excited for because it's supposed to take the spin on like how idols actually have their lives outside the spotlight, and it's supposed to kind of go in like the depressing aspects of being an idol.
Right.
And it's also written by the same people who wrote Kaguya-sama, Love is War.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's written by the same person. That's what I've seen. I don't actually know that for sure, but that's what I've heard so far. Is it written by the same author? So, I mean, the story's gonna be good.
It's definitely what I'm gonna add to my list.
Actually, another anime coming out this season I think you'll really like is Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's pretty big right now. I'm not sure if it's a sleeper or not because I mean, I don't go outside and talk to people or touch grass. So it's like, I think it might be a sleeper. It could just be straight mainline. I have no idea.
Huh. Okay. So what's the general summary of that?
So this Shinobu, he became like the best Shinobu, like most deadly Shinobu in like the world, and became too dangerous. And then he had to be put to death by his clan, and he didn't care about life because his wife had died. So he just gave up. And then at some point, to redeem himself, he has to go through hell and like make it back alive.
So it's actually supernatural.
Yeah, it's like a supernatural. Yeah, it looks amazing.
Cool.
You guys seen Tonekaku Kawaii?
Yes, I've seen season 1. Season 2 should be coming out right now.
Oh yeah.
I'm so excited about it.
I'm waiting. I'm a bitch.
Oh, the Megami anime that's coming out. I'm hyped because Konosuba season 3 got announced as well. Megami.
Oh, her.
Yeah, from Konosuba.
Right.
And man, I just want to see more explosions. That's all I care about. Explosion. All right. Anything else you're looking forward to, Felipe?
Ancient Magus Bride season 2. That one.
I mean, you got the list up. Go ahead and scroll through.
Oh, there's so many.
My trash isekai's back.
Yeah, and
Another World with My Smartphone, season 2.
Oh
I've read up to like chapter 70 because they haven't have any more chapters in English. Yeah, they don't have any more chapters in English. It is straight garbage, but I love it to death. I love just garbage animes. You know this. I mean, that's 90% of what I watch is just garbage isekais.
And you dislike good anime. That's why you dropped Attack on Titan.
Attack on Titan's ass, dog.
You proved my point.
It is so bad. I mean, you're probably the one to say One Piece is bad. One Piece is literally goated.
I did not say One Piece was bad. It just appeals to the male fantasy of being a pirate.
Yeah, that's true.
You telling me you don't have that fantasy?
I mean, I do have a fantasy.
I'm sorry, I don't want to be part of your fantasy. Like
Too late. You already are.
Damn. We should probably leave. He's gonna try to he's trying to do something off-brand with us.
Oh, we're gonna get canceled. Okay.
All right, pause the video so we can do what I want.
Whoa, no.
I mean, smartphone. I couldn't finish.
You couldn't finish? It was that bad?
The assassin one, which reincarnated as an assassin. That one was good. I like that one a lot.
Oh.
That's another trashy one. I won't lie. I watched that one at least
3 times.
That's how much I liked it, man. It's great.
This man watches trash, but has a standard for his trash. I see. I don't have a standard for trash. I will literally watch anything.
You're gonna hate me for this. I labeled it a 9.
A 9. Wow.
This man labeled literally the most generic isekai of all time a 9.
Well, to be fair, there's a lot of things I should change in my anime.
I'm pretty sure I have it at a 5 or a 6.
Let me double.
I love the face of judgment.
It is a 9.
A 9? You know what 9 means?
It means something I'd recommend.
I loved it so much. I don't know why.
So if I watched it, you think I would like it?
Oh, you would hate it.
So it's not a 9.
Actually, no, you know what? Maybe you'd like it. Low-key. It's about an assassin, but it's classic.
What a great sell. I'm gonna love it.
That's another one I really like. I put it as a 7, but it should really be higher. I should switch that one to 9.
So we're looking at the forecast of tomorrow's anime. How about we look back at some of the old gold that came out?
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy
Straight
Bebop.
10 out of 10. That's literally my favorite. Damn, I think I hear a fly somewhere.
Oh, it's been buzzing the entire time.
Yeah. Samurai Champloo. Straight another classic right there.
What would you consider old?
I mean, One Piece. Pre-time skip One Piece was probably some of the best
Like before
I've ever
2000s or before the 10s?
Old is definitely the 80s, because I'm not sure of any
Sailor Moon.
1970s anime. I don't really know of any, honestly.
Inuyasha's the oldest one I've seen.
And that's from the 90s.
Yeah.
Yu Yu Hockey Show. Amazing.
That's also from the 90s, yeah.
Guess I'm just a 90s kid. I was born in the late 90s, so I'm a 90s.
I was there as a 90s kid.
Yeah, on the tail end.
Yeah, born 1999. You know, I'm from that era.
Yeah.
What's your favorite anime?
Like I said, Cowboy Bebop.
Of all time?
Mm-hmm.
Cowboy Bebop? What about you,
Is it JoJo Part 1 or Part 3?
John?
I made this man choke.
You put me in such a daze with that question. There's so many good pieces of fiction
It's
out
hard
there.
to choose. I understand that.
The most jaw-dropping one was an anime called Monster.
I know. I keep on meaning to watch that. It's supposed to be great. I just have a hard time going back and watching classics when it's actually something that like drains me emotionally.
Right.
Because I mean, I can watch trash all day, every day, because it's like something it doesn't drain me because it's just like dumpster fire. It's a dumpster fire. I can just sit there watching it all day because it's just so bad. But I mean, if I have to watch something good that actually puts me in my feels, I have to work up like the energy, you know?
So it's like watching a fireplace just cackle and pop.
100%. That's how I get through so much. It's because it's like I don't want to be emotionally drained.
Well, don't watch Monster in that case because it's a roller coaster.
I mean, the next one that's supposed to be like an emotional drain on me that I'm watching is To Your Eternity Season 2. Because Season 1 literally like I think I was out of commission like the next day. I just laid in bed and I was like, why? Why did this happen? Why did I binge this all in one day? I had tears running down my cheeks like the entire time. I'm like,
oh my goodness, I didn't know it was that emotional.
It was, dog.
Oh
my gosh.
I plan to watch that soon because, you know, it seems like a very simple, easy to get into series.
Seriously, watch it though.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
I'll watch it, of course, but now I know what to expect. The greatest shows move something. You know, they make you feel the greatest emotions.
I mean, let's talk about my favorite of like recent times then. Is it wrong to pick up a girl in a dungeon? Season 4, Part 2.
Dude,
that moved your being, your emotions.
Oh no, it literally Season 4, Part 2 literally tackles despair.
And I will tell you,
it actually is the best. Like it went from like an average of like a 6 or 7 to like the 4th season, Part 1 being an 8, and then the Part 2 being a 9. It just immediately got amazing, like one of the best. Because it used to just be like a guilty pleasure. I'm like, this is a hot garbage anime that I like, and then it got good. You had no right being like this trashy fantasy isekai, not isekai, this trashy fantasy anime where you're going dungeon crawling, and then you make like stories about injustice, inequality, like racism being tackled in like sentient monsters. It's just they started tackling like topics that actually matter. I'm like, why'd you get good? Why? But I'm loving it more because it's gotten better.
I agree. I stopped watching it because I'm like, I can't watch this. This is too cringy. But After the last 3 seasons, I loved it. It's so good. It's cringy at first. You gotta get past the first 2 seasons, but it gets really good.
The show takes some time to warm up in the oven.
That's the sad thing. It's like it's so bad. Many people aren't gonna watch it to that part. But once you get past that,
But now you will, because now you know.
now you know.
Now you know.
Yeah, Christian, you know. I'm gonna forward this to Sean's boyfriend. He's gonna be like, why? Why?
That's
I mean, I got the best taste in anime. Let's be honest.
That's how I feel about Sword Art
Okay,
Online.
okay.
The first season is great.
Oh,
Second is ass, but Alicization, you could watch that even without watching the first parts of the anime. Just watch that itself.
The one is that the one with the gun? They start using guns.
No, that's gonna go.
No, that's Gun Gale.
Okay.
After the first season, it's ass, but the last 2 seasons, you don't even have to watch the first 3 seasons. It's like its own thing. It's
I'm
so
gonna love this one, but
Which
apparently,
one? Yuri's My Job?
yeah, Yuri's My Job. Yo, gay girls, 100%, right? That's how Gaga says.
Is that your thing?
No, I've been watching a lot of Gaga lately.
What is that?
He's an anime YouTuber.
Giguk.
Giguk. Oh, my bad. I apologize. I missaid his name. But no, he always goes, man, this is surprisingly great. How did they make it great from being bad? Gay girl in it. Isn't it? He literally says that like all the time. Like, oh, 100%. Birdie Wing Season 2 is coming out right now. Highly recommend. Best sports anime of all time. Hayaku Who? Carry No Basket Who? Birdie Wings about a girl's love story. It's golf. It's amazing. 100%. I mean, literally, it is golf where they're like playing one-hole matches to determine their lives in a mafia. I mean, that's the first half of the season.
In a mafia?
What?
Yeah. So they're playing golf for the mafia. It is literally amazing. Like, their lives are literally on the line playing this game.
Is it a comedy or is it what's it?
No, it's not a comedy. It's just sports. It's just sports.
It's just sports. Oh.
I mean, there is some like romantic tension between Ali and the main girl. But then again, it's like she's from France, she's from Japan. It's like France shows their affection by like kissing on the cheek and everything, while Japan is kind of like they're not used to that.
Very
they're not
reserved.
Yeah, they're very reserved. They don't go around touching people.
Hmm.
Yeah, they bow. They don't really shake hands. Well, I don't know. Do they shake hands?
I would say they shake hands. Yeah.
No, it's like I know it's like formal, like a lot of.
Yeah, it's formal. It's just the more affection type. They don't display that often.
I mean, but then again, they have public baths. Come on.
Yeah, that's so weird.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
very reserved, but they're open in other ways.
That's true.
I mean, I guess it doesn't matter when they all have the same size. Hot take.
Size of what?
Personality.
Yeah, personalities. Wait, no, that's kind of worse. That means they all have the same personality. That's kind of mean, Felipe, don't you think?
It's kind of
I can't believe you just said that. You are so racist right now. Cancel 17 pockets over here.
Cancel. I don't even have
Cancel.
I'm
What
gonna
else
cancel.
do we have on the?
On the agenda of games. So I've been playing Overwatch 2 recently, as you can see from my streams with 2 viewers, which is just me, myself, and I. Yeah, I've just been picking up Overwatch. I mean, I'm enjoying it. Not good at it at all. I haven't raged like I do in Smash Bros. Though, which is, I ought to say, big accomplishment. Big accomplishment.
Smash Bros is frustrating.
Very
I'll give you
good.
that.
I will say that.
What?
It's Smash Bros.
I'm not good at Smash Bros.
You've
I
got a
still
lot
get
better.
3 stars by Keith when Keith actually plays.
Well, Keith is like on a different level, I would say. Does Jared get 3 stock by Keith?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. He's proving my point there. Keith is insane.
So you've been playing. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You've been playing the Warhammer game, right?
Warhammer
talk about that
40K Dark Tide. So y'all remember Left 4 Dead 2,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Good old classic horde shooter game. So Warhammer 40K Dark Tide takes the same kind of themes when you're up against a horde of zombie-like creatures, except it's in the case of the 40K universe. So the 40K universe started way back in the 80s, or was it 90s? I'm not sure. It's pretty old. Generally, I'll say, is to summarize the series. Think Star Wars, except very dark, very grim dark. That's the one word you can describe the series, grim dark. And within the universe, humanity has once conquered the galaxy, and now in the 40K millennium, they're stagnant. They're xenophobic. They're racist. They hate technology. They hate development. If you speak bad about religion, their religion, they'll kill you. If you praise another religion, they'll kill you. If you look different, they'll kill you. And so that universe represents the very worst of mankind in the future. So within the game, you have some people that start praising another god, and the gods in this universe, outside their main religion, give them these mutations, and they become zombie-like. And you have to travel through this giant underground hive world that consists of trillions of people, and you have to wipe out the roots of infection. So you're up against zombies and zombies with guns and giant mutated creatures.
Sounds pretty cool. Is that on Steam or is that?
It is $40 on Steam. Yes. And
To find it.
you fight them all being a renegade or a prior prisoner. What's the word for that? A felon?
Yeah.
An escaped convict, basically.
That might be it.
And your two options are fight or die. And that's the main story of the game.
I love games like that. That's like a story-based game.
Oh, no
Action
story at
packed.
all, actually. But it's
Oh.
only action and FPS. Yes.
All right. What games have you been playing recently, Felipe?
Actually, I got back into Cyberpunk.
Oh yeah, I see. Yeah, you just don't respond to my Discord chats.
'Cause I'm at work.
You're at work, but it literally said
cut that off.
I'm I'm 8 hours into Cyberpunk 2077. I'm like, huh? This man ain't
You
replying.
can see me playing Cyberpunk?
Yeah,
Where?
on Discord.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's cool.
Yeah.
So you see me on Discord.
Yeah.
So why don't you join my server?
I don't know the people in your server
Well, how are you going to get to know them if you don't join?
because I'm playing Overwatch. They don't like that game.
Yeah, you're right, they
Cyberpunk's
don't.
amazing. I'm just gonna say that.
I'll buy
It's
you 40K.
such a good game.
I mean, no, you'll say that, and then in like 3 weeks you'll be done with 40K, and then you won't play it again.
We've been playing it since November. It's good.
How long did it take you to stop playing Tarkov?
A year.
I'm the
I
same
guess
way,
there's
when
like
I
4
get
months
into a
left
game,
before you stop playing,
right.
so I guess it's about 4 months before you stop. So I guess that would make some sense.
That's how I'm with games too. Once I start, I can't stop till I've done everything I can do.
Oh, you're a 100%er.
Well, I mean,
It's
what was the first
Cyberpunk.
game you've ever 100%ed?
Skyrim.
Damn.
Yeah.
Out of all the games you could have 100%ed, Skyrim was the first one you
I
did.
love Skyrim. I've played that game for hours. And I played Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh yeah, which
Yeah.
speaking of which, hey, buy Elder Scrolls Online. I'll get on and start playing with you again.
Because I beat
And then
everything.
never got on.
I did all the raids. I got all the armor I could want. I'm rich in that game.
Yeah, you made me waste $10 to play a game that I'm never gonna play now.
You could play it. It's still good.
No,
Now that I have a computer, I'd actually play that.
you say that. You say that. I don't believe you. Oh, aren't you gonna download Overwatch?
Yeah, I have to do that later.
Okay. Well, any other games?
None currently. But what about the games of tomorrow?
Games? What is the Monkey God one?
Monkey God.
It's like from I think he's an Indian from the country India. He's like a deity in that country for Hinduism. I think it's like Wudong. It's not Wulong.
I'm saying what platform's the game?
It's gonna be on all platforms except for Switch, which sucks because Switch is my go-to platform.
Speaking of Switch, not to change the subject, there is a game coming out in a month called Tears of the Kingdom.
And I cannot wait for it. That game's gonna be so good.
So y'all have watched the most recent trailer, right? Trailer 3.
I have not.
I have, yes.
Okay, we need to watch it. Might as well throw it up on the big screen right now.
Can you do that?
I mean, I can plug my computer in.
Oh, I meant for the camera.
We could
It
probably
wouldn't be
do
fair
that.
to the camera.
Well, I mean,
Yeah, let's start it up and watch it first.
Okay,
Just so we get a feel.
I
Oh,
cannot wait for that.
it's Black Myth Wukong. Is the
Black
game.
with Wukong. I think I heard word of that.
Yeah, it looks amazing. Like the snow moves and everything. It's like I think it's made with Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah, I recall it. It looks like it has been made in that engine.
Yeah, it looks amazing. It's like
What engine?
Unreal Engine 5.
Oh, okay.
It's like I think
Yeah.
it's the newest one.
Usually those games are made with stuff like that. The graphics look insane.
Yo, transition, perfect. It's gonna be the worst transition ever. It's gonna be Clay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what did you think, fellas?
Straight
Yeah,
ass,
can't
not
wait.
buying it, not worth the
Can't wait.
$70.
$70.
Yeah, they upcharged it.
$10 more.
Yeah, they're upcharging this game because it's Legend of Zelda and Nintendo knows they can get away with it.
Well,
I'll let
they
him get
can.
away with it. It's fine.
They can, because I'm going to buy it.
The games have been stuck at a $60 ceiling for decades.
Yeah.
No.
And you think I have money to spend an extra $10? No.
You're gonna buy it anyway.
Well, John has a point, though. Like, games are getting more and more advanced. There's
Games-
so much more effort.
Yeah, games are getting bigger, and I don't want to say better.
They're not getting better.
They're getting bigger with more content, with longer development times,
Better graphics.
and so you
better
need
everything.
a bigger budget to create these games.
Yeah.
So you can't keep doing $60 games, and then how are they even supposed to break even at this tipping point?
No, I agree.
And the reason games have been stuck at the $60 ceiling is because of mobile games. Mobile games started coming out, and they only costed what, $1?
99
free
cents.
some-
I mean, they're
Sometimes.
still free. I mean,
So-
Overwatch 2 is free, so let's go.
Ah, free. There's catches.
I mean, if you want a different skin, then yeah.
They make money. So much money.
Yeah, I mean, literally, if I just go ask your child, how many Fortnite skins have you bought with your parents' credit card? That's how they make money.
That's why it's free, though. Like, that's
So does
great.
Fortnite use different characters for like different abilities, or does everyone have the same ability?
They use different characters.
You don't
for
get
different
more
abilities.
power by paying, but you get more, like, cooler skins.
Hmm.
Well, I mean, you can actually pay to lose in that game. You can buy the Hulk skin, and you literally double in size. So your hitbox is bigger.
For real?
Yeah. Or you can buy the Vegeta skin, and it takes up half of your screen because his hair is so spiky, and it takes up half of the screen.
Damn, that's so.
But then again, you can also buy someone with a smaller frame and a smaller hitbox.
You can?
Yeah. I don't know who exactly they are, but I've only seen like, well, this is an example of paying to lose. I haven't really seen the pay to win stuff. But I mean, like,
I
they got
disagree
the
with
Goku
pay.
event. I think one of the Dragon Ball skins is free, so you can actually participate in this event, like the Dragon Ball events and all that stuff. So they probably give you like a skin for free, and then everything else is paid.
I mean,
So if you want to be your favorite character, just a random person, like I think Ninja has his own skin in
Oh, yeah.
Fortnite. So
he's so famous, of course he made that game so much money.
you're looking at some fluff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, just the way games are, though, like, I would disagree with the pay to win, but if a game is free, there's always a catch. There's always a reason. They're like, gotcha. games. Not saying that the games are bad. No, there's so many good games that are free, but there's always that catch.
Gotcha. Well,
Anything else you guys want to talk about?
Sports.
for video games.
Oh, for video games? We can leave it at that.
Well, what game did you first 100%?
Sonic Adventure 2.
Okay.
All right. Well,
My first
in
100%.
that case, Mario.
Which Mario?
Maybe I don't know. Whichever one was on the Game Boy Advance. First one on that.
Actually, no. The first Pokemon game, first game I ever 100%ed was Pokemon Diamond.
I was gonna say maybe Pokemon because I remember catching all Pokemon.
Yeah. Because I mean, I never really cared about 100%ing things, and then Pokemon was the first one. I think every Pokemon game I've 100%ed,
Wait.
and then the first game outside of Pokemon that I've 100%ed was Elden Ring.
Elden Ring?
Yeah, straight up. That's the first game I've 100%ed since Pokemon.
That's a hard game to 100%.
Yeah. I mean, I think my fastest run through was like a 4-hour run through where I just went through to get the normal ending.
Okay.
Because it's like I needed to get like, I think 3 or 4 different endings to get 100%.
4 hours is pretty fast, though.
I mean, I only had to kill, I think, like 4 or 5 main bosses. So I literally just bum rushed the main bosses. I mean, I still died to the fire giant like 3 times.
It's gotta be hard, though, because you can't really level up if you do that, though, right?
Yeah, but it's fine.
Speed run, 14 minutes, I think, is the world record.
Yeah, I couldn't do that.
How
But
did
then
you
again,
do
they
that?
probably glitched
Oh,
into
yeah.
the final arena.
It isn't any percent run, so that makes sense.
Yeah. No, I didn't. I don't know how to do any percent runs.
That's crazy. I love watching those where people like find glitches in games.
It's an
Hollow Knight is
art.
so cool.
It's an art, yeah.
I don't know if have you guys played Hollow Knight?
Yes.
No, I have not.
That's such a good game.
It is, yeah.
I see people like any percent that speed run. The glitches you can do in that game. By far, I know it's a platformer, so not as crazy as the one, I guess, but it's still crazy. Like you get to like, you kill what's her name? The one with the nail. What was her name?
I don't know.
I
I
have
forgot,
no
yeah.
Well, whatever her name is. You kill her and then you like find a way to glitch through the next room and you're in the deepness. Whatever boss is there. It's crazy.
Oh.
But 14 minutes for Elden Ring. Wow.
Definitely is a crazy amount of time. All right. Well, I guess we can move on to the next main topic: sports.
Okay.
Sports.
Which I know nothing about.
Let's see. I was planning on doing this mainly with Caleb, but as you know, our man's in his feels about female dogs,
Well, how about esports?
esports. I mean, I've been playing a shit ton of FIFA recently, so.
Do you know about the competitive scene of FIFA?
No, I have no idea.
Well,
All I know is I Show Speed doesn't know how to pronounce like the names of any player. It's always hilarious. Like I'm scrolling through like YouTube Shorts, and then it's like he's drawing like from the packs, the like what is it like the All-Star packs for FIFA, and he just mispronounces everyone's names. I think the only ones he get right is Ronaldo and Messi.
Messi, yeah.
I mean, it's hard to get those wrong because they're so mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, truth be told, I probably mispronounce a lot of the names too.
Right.
I mean, I don't know how to say like half the African names or even South American names. I mean, it's like our pronunciation of it in the English language is just way different than how they pronunciate it.
Absolutely.
And then you'll hear it on the telly, on the TV. You'll hear it on the telly every once in a while. And it's like, oh, that's how you pronounce it. But it's like, I don't watch enough football to actually understand the like names, and I like to watch it. That's typically what I've been watching recently in my free time is football. I really like Dortmund. I'm really upset we lost to Bayern. We should have overtaken first place that week, but we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And then I like Man City 100% due to Haaland, because Haaland is just probably going to be the best of our generation, of this current generation. Because Mbappe is great, but I mean, it's hard to say if Mbappe is going to be better than Haaland, because Mbappe is like one of those wonder childs. However, he plays in the French league, the Liga One.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately, it is seen as a farmers' league, where like it's the only competition in the league is PSG. There's no real competition in the league. I mean, they got a super team for Pete's sake. They got Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe. It's a very strong front three, like very very strong offense. However, it's like once they actually play someone with depth and good teamwork, like good players in depth, they lose. That's why they keep on losing in the Champions League.
Hmm. So they're not quite there.
Yeah, no, they're the best in the French league, but I think they got bounced by Bayern this year in the Champions League because Bayern just has so much depth, and Bayern's 100% gonna get bounced by Holland and Man City. They won 3-0 Holland was basically a non-factor. He still scored a goal, though. That's how good this man is. Okay, well, granted, you guys don't know much about sports.
I had no clue what you were talking about the
I
entire time.
100% know that.
Through one, you're at the other.
I was talking about Bayern and Holland and the Bundesliga.
Bundesliga. The
Uh,
Bundesliga is my favorite league. It's seen as a farmers league as well, but hey,
What's
That's
a
just a made-up
farmers league?
word.
Yeah, farmers league, huh?
it's not a made-up word. A farmers league is basically saying, oh, this league is played by like farmers and like people who don't do this as a full-time job. It is kind of a league where you develop talent just to be sent to the Premier League or La Liga.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Okay.
But it's not. Those are wholly independent. Like they're great leagues.
Are they good at soccer?
Yes.
Oh, they are. Okay.
Bayern's won so much, and so is Dortmund. I mean, I don't know about Union Berlin. I mean, Red Bull Leipzig is. I think I said their name wrong. They're pretty good. I mean,
do they get recruited to play for like more famous teams?
I mean, Bayern Munich is one of the most famous teams.
I meant farmers league.
Well, it's not. They're said to be Farmers League because they don't think the competition is as difficult as it is in the Premier League or La Liga.
Okay. But I'm saying, are the players that play that, like, if they're really good, can they get into the Premier Leagues?
Yeah, that's typically where they go because the Premier Leagues have. I mean, the Premier League. If you look at the Premier League, it is the most money league. So it's like, eventually, most of the big name talent will eventually go to the Premier League or La Liga, like Barcelona or Real Madrid, because they build up their brands with these clubs, and then these clubs have so much money too that they actually pay them a lot more. Because like a lot of times, like let's look, Chelsea was amazing. They won the Champions League, I think, a year or two back. And they're, I think, ranked 12th, so they dropped from being in the top 4, and it's like they're close to being relegated. So relegation means they drop down a league.
Okay.
So it's like, yeah, it's great, but I don't really know how to say it.
Right. I don't understand most.
Yeah, I'm loving how you guys just got blank faces on in one ear and out the other. It's great. So let's go on to our very next topic. We're not talking about female dogs. I know you said it was as a joke, but I'm not going to say that word. Look at me finding a filter. We'll talk about AIs now. So Midjourney. Have you guys seen Midjourney?
No.
That thing is really
Midjourney is so cool.
Is it
That's
the
like
art?
That's like Dolly.
Yeah, it's the art one.
Mm.
I'm honestly very tempted to go ahead and just like buy a Midjourney thing so I can get art for my channel. So I can describe what I want. So I can actually make that look professional. I don't want to spend the time to draw it on my drawing tablet.
You know, there's free ones like Night Cafe that are just as good.
If they're just as good, let's start making some art right now before we go.
Yeah, I mean, I need some more stuff for my channel. But yeah, no, Midjourney is really cool. You give it like a description, and then immediately it comes up with like this picture. I mean, they still don't know how to make hands per se, because they'll have hands with like 6, 7 fingers. It's like all warped.
Apparently, hands are very hard to draw.
Yeah, I mean, as you see, case in point, I had a hard time drawing the hand. I was very tempted just to kind of shove it underneath the arm, like like this one is. So I just shove it like this and cross. But it's like this is how I kind of sit when I have my hands crossed.
Look at this. This is Night Cafe. Anime girl.
But how many times can you draw with that?
Oh, it's as many as you want.
Oh, okay.
I know Midjourney costs.
Let's do that right now. Let's make a icon for this.
All right. What do you want to?
We'll place it on the table so we can all see.
Oh, okay, my bad.
And then yeah, AIs have been getting crazy recently.
No, honestly, it's amazing. ChatGPT, incredible. Helps me with my coding stuff. Anytime I have a problem, it'll find a solution. You just type the little text prompt there. There's different models you can use to generate the AI, but the stable.
Just type in
version
hands.
1.5
I want to
is
see
nice.
hands.
Well, if you type in dragon with all that, it's gonna. I don't know what's gonna pop up. Let's see.
Let's be honest. It would probably
It takes a second.
100% like crazy. Honestly, just type in hands. I want to see how they draw hands.
So anime girl hands?
No, just hands.
Oh, just hands.
Just hands.
That's
She's running away from the dragon. It's hilarious.
But how do you see the full picture?
I think it's this.
Oh, see, you need credits. So basically, you need.
Yeah,
no,
you
you
do.
can use credits to like add different like filters and stuff, but just the base thing is free. There's a way to do it. Oh, where is it?
You just download and crop
Oh,
it,
you
I
have
guess.
to download
No,
it.
no,
then.
no. There's a way. I'm pretty sure.
Inspect tool maybe.
Well, I mean, if we're gonna start doing this.
Oh, well, I'm using 4 images. You could just
Yeah,
make one
probably.
image.
All right. Well. Thank you for tuning in, Christian. I hope you're watching. I'm gonna send this to you. If you don't get this message, if you don't text me back, pineapple. After watching this, I know you didn't watch it. All right. Well, good night and good game.
Peace.